Dover International Speedway, the Concrete Canyon. Usually, Miles the Monster is put to bed in the late afternoon. But for the fastest stock car drivers in the world, that's not the case. It's Dover, under the lights, for the 17th race of the DeviantArt Cup Series season. Last week at Montreal, Steven Merzlak got the win, his second win of the season, and he became the second driver as well to get the multiple win thing in the Jiggy. So, anyways, as you see on here, John Mullen is on the pole alongside Cody Lamas. Dalton fell outside the top 25 again, but he's in a great position to get right back into the thick of things in third position. Bourne is in fourth, Riles is in fifth, Craigo is in sixth. A lot of people up here within the danger zone up here in the top 10. Bledsoe, Vaughn, Tang, Zimmerman, Bledsoe, Michaels, Languthan, who won back at Yas Marana, Kiro, and Merzlak. The top 15. Rest of the qualifying results. Kaiser, currently 21st in standings. Not a good starting position for the 83 team. Of course, they won back at Iowa. Let's get past this thing, Majiggy. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do a little disclaimer. This is the last race that I will be recording on the computer I'm currently recording this race on. I am getting a brand new computer tomorrow. So, I'll be making a video on that. Or, actually, technically, by the time I've released this, I would have already released that video. So, gotta pretend that. So, I don't know. Anyways, come off of turn 4 into the restart zone. Waiting for the green flag. Green flag is in the air now. We're racing at Dover. Dalton already clear of the 48, as is Dalton, as they race down the back straightaway for the first time tonight. Lamas shuts the door on Riles as they race side by side through turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway they go. Mullen leads the lap, but Dalton hot on his trail. Riles looking to the inside of the 48 as they race through 1 and 2. Look farther back in the field. The 82 of Langton trying to fight his way into 11th. He's cleared the 2 now. Merzlak running in 12th now. We cycle back around. The 83 of Kaiser has made up several spots already. Austin Spencer is back here in the pack. Not a great run for him early in the going here. It's now Lamas being passed by Quickborn, and now side by side with Craigo exiting turn 2. Riles up to 3rd, Bourne up to 4th. 62 and 48 side by side through 3 and 4 now. Craigo gets clear of the 48. Now Bledsoe trying to get to the 48, however can't quite get there. Here comes Tang on the outside rather now. Now Alan Bledsoe to the inside of the 81. Up for the lead. Dalton. You know, this should be a familiar position for Dalton. He was running second at Yas Marana until the 5 of Onesto blew an engine, or a clutch actually, just past halfway. However, Dalton takes the lead now, exiting turns 1 and 2. Now here comes Riles to take second away from the 56. Dalton getting the oh so important bonus points to lead a lap. He wants to get back into the top 25. He wants to fight for a championship. And he has the car showing... Sorry, I'm tripping over my own words. He has the car to help him get there. Bourne now will take third away from the 56. Now the Crago Racing Incorporated teammates of Crago and Mullen, who will get fourth place from this battle. As Mullen now looking to the inside of Bourne for take back third. Meanwhile, Dalton and Riles pulling away from the rest of the field. Now, here comes the 48 Alamas back to the inside of Crago for fifth. Crago stuck on the high side, now side by side with Paul Bledsoe. Merzlak now into the top 10 as he gets to the inside of Alan Bledsoe for ninth. Here comes Hunter Kiro, trying to get into the top 10 as well. Just look back up through the field. Looks like Austin Spencer has been working his way up through the field and has gotten past Onesto. The 83 of Kaiser making their way up through the field as well. Not happy about that towards the back starting position. Looks like Langton has not gained any ground, or maybe lost some ground even. So now here comes Alan Bledsoe trying to fight back to the inside of the 92 in order to take back 10th spot. Mullen's gone back around Bourne. Now Bourne trying to fight to get around the 56 once again. Looks like Tang has gone around Paul Bledsoe. Now Ann is looking to get around Crago, but Crago's holding him off for now. Riles keeping pace with the 9 of Dalton. Both these guys have won previously this season. Dalton at race number 2, Homestead. Dalton at race number, I want to say race number 6 at Pensacola. Yeah, it was, let's see. It had to have been Pensacola. Or I know it was Pensacola, but it had to have been race 6. Anyways. Field really spread out now already. Surprisingly. Now here comes Asami Kiro to the inside of the 69 of Egroff. That is for the 12th spot. Pathfinder Racing, 11 and 12th right now. While back up front, Dalton and Riles continue to pull away from the rest of the field. Already putting about half a lap on the last place car, which appears to be Cousins. Already 16 laps now in the books. It's now a 3-car battle for third as the 48 Alamas now joins the hunt. Tang still trying to find a way around Crago for the 6th position. Bourne now. Looks like he got a little loose exit in the corner, has to run a lower line. That's actually going to help him a little bit to stay ahead of Lamas, but it's going to allow the 56 of Mullen to pull away just a little bit. Riles has been slowly reeling in the 9 as they've been pulling away from the rest of the field. Looks like Dalton pulled away a little bit that lap though. Up here they're still battling. Looks like 25 of Spencer's lost a few spots perhaps. As Kaiser continues to try to work her way up. Up to the 21st position now. Langton certainly losing a lot of ground in this race. As now 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th all nose to tail now. As Crago now goes to the inside of Lamas for 25th. Bourne now looking to the inside of the 56 for third. Can't quite get there before the corner. Tang up to 6th. Here comes Bledsoe now for 7th. Bledsoe gets a little loose exiting the corner. That's going to allow Lamas some breathing room going into turn 1. Dalton opening up a little bit of breathing room on Riles as well as they continue to pull away from the rest of the field. Quick Bourne now to the inside of Mullen for third. Just to give you an idea of the points situation in case you didn't look at the description of the last video, Crago and Riles both with wins. Crago 62 points ahead of Hayner going into this race. Hayner is in 25th. Crago with basically goes Crago in 23rd, then Riles, Hayner, Tang, and Dalton, all the way back from 23rd to 27th. Crago is 62 points ahead. Riles is 26 points ahead of Hayner, who is in the cutoff position of 25th. Jackie Tang is only 20 points behind Hayner, and Dalton 26 points behind Hayner. Where is Hayner running right now? 32nd at the line. That's going to be, let's see, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 points, yeah. So currently Hayner is 8 points and now at 10 points now that he's passed RJ Bishop and maybe taking 12 points. Compare that to the leader, Jesse Dalton, who at this time has led the most laps. Although I'm spelling a Lee change here shortly. Anyways, Dalton's led the most laps of this race, so he would be at 125 points. That would definitely throw him way out into the top 25, which is what he wants to see. Craig's fallen back a little bit, and looks like the 78 is starting to catch the 97 and the 9. As looks like Asami's now in 10th. Here comes Alex Miller with a great move on Alan Bledsoe. Riles was on the back bumper of Dalton the previous lap. Can't quite stay there this time by, as it looks like the 78 is indeed reeling in the top two little by little. Asami is in 10th, as we've mentioned. She actually was the race winner at the season finale at this very track last season, when it was still the Navrar DeviantArt Cup Series. So great run for her so far in this race. But Dalton doing everything he can to stay ahead of the 97. It looks like they actually opened up a little bit of a gap, or opened up the gap a little bit back to the 78. Crago now still holding on to 6th place. Salamis runs a high line through 3 and 4 that will allow the 32 Bledsoe to get to the inside. Bledsoe loses it though on the inside of the 48. Catches it though. That's going to give Lamas a little bit of breathing room. Riles trying to find a way around Dalton. He's looking to the inside. Can't quite get there this time by. Merzlak now in danger of falling outside the top 10. He's battling for 10th alongside the 92 of Kiro. Looks like Riles may have made a mistake a couple laps ago, exiting turn 4 with looking to the inside of Dalton, and has allowed Dalton to pull away a little bit. And I just realized pit stops will be within 10 to 15 laps from now, within that time frame inclusively, at least for a fuel run. I'm not sure if tires wear out faster than fuel here on 2 times. I did some extensive testing, but I burned through the tires because of how piss poorly I drive this track. Sami now to the inside of Paul Bledsoe in 1 and 2, takes the spot. Tang now trying to get to the 56's quarter panel, can't quite get there this time. Top 2 drivers, both previous winners that as we have mentioned earlier. If they win, or if either one of them win, that makes now 3 multiple-time winners after Merzlak and Ravenhurst. And only 13 winners remain in this season. We wouldn't have more. Riles makes a little mistake exiting 4 again after he was right on the back bumper of Dalton through turns 3 and 4. That's going to open up a little bit of a gap. Sami now with a late run charge up through the field. She's gone around the 48 for 7th. Now here comes Paul Bledsoe to the inside of the 48 for 8th. Tang now to the inside of the 56 for 3rd. No, 4th, my bad. Can Lamas slide right in front of the 92? For now, yes, but here comes Alex Miller now. Where did he come from? And Kaiser's up here in the party too. Kaiser all the way from dead last to 13th. In a single run. As Quickborn has had some sort of mechanical issue, smoke pouring from the back of the engine. That's going to move Tang up to 3rd. Mullen back up to 4th, and Asami is going to take 5th. Caution comes out now as Bourne is stopped on the track. Right at the end of the run. Tough break for the Furniture Row team. As the field cycles around now. And it looks like the 2, the 73, and the 02 are coming down a little early. Was pit road even open when they came down? Ooh, Vaughn overshot it. Vaughn overshot his pit stall. The 73 and the 02 did not. And for some reason, Vaughn is now getting towed. Alright, so was pit road open? Pit road just barely opened. Okay. So they're playing the system. Got it. So who will come out first? Looks like Riles is going to win the race off of pit road. Mullen comes out second. Jesse's third. Tang is 4th. Asami is 5th. Craigo's going to roll out 5th. Or no, 6th. What am I saying? And it was a camshaft issue on that 78 machine. Vaughn's still stuck on pit road after having to be towed because he pitted too early and then got caught on pit road like a scrub. Now he's going to try and catch up to the end here. So we do have 1 lap until green. So this is a 2-stop race. Let's see, 47. 94, they should pit again. Anyways, green flag is back out. 3 lapped cars at the tail end of the lead lap, technically. Right in front of the leaders as Riles and Dalton both immediately jump to the inside. Dalton immediately up to 2nd. Dalton and Riles both looking down, but can't. But was that Riles blocking or Jesse deciding not to make a dangerous move, knowing he needs to save his car as best as possible if he wants a shot at the win? '73 Nguyen falling way back, already a lap down. As Riles starting to open up a little bit of a gap on the 9. 56 Mullen right to the back bumper of the 9 of Dalton. Samuel's caught up behind the 73 and up on the outside lane. A little bit of a double whammy there. She lost a bunch of spots on the restart. Riles seems content staying behind the lap traffic for now. That might allow Dalton the chance he needs to get right back to... Of course, I say that as it happens. Now Riles looking to the inside of the O2 of Takeda. And Dalton looking to the inside of Riles. Now Dalton takes a look for the lead through turns 1 and 2. He may have a lap car, but he's going to clear Riles. Here comes Mullen now. Going to try and look for 2nd on the 97. As Dalton gets to the inside of Takeda. That's going to hurt Riles even more as he's now side by side with fellow Ford driver Tang for the 3rd position. Tang backs out of it though for some reason. Ooh, Craigo's lost a lot of spots now. Kaiser now up into the top 10. What a drive for that 83 team. Started dead last and already fighting within the top 10. She's 9th. Now Mullen trying to run down the 9 of Dalton. Mullen led the opening handful of laps, then Dalton led for a good chunk to the inside now through 1 and 2. This seems to be the corner to pass. Mullen to the lead. He wants to punch a ticket into the chase. He's actually in 22nd in points right now without a win. If he wins, he's already ahead of... He not only pushes Dalton out potentially, but he also pushes Riles and possibly Craigo even out of the chase. So like just a quadruple whammy there. In fact, Craigo's fallen outside of the top 10, currently running 11th. Not the mid-race run he would like. Mullen now putting the two of Vaughn a lap down. Vaughn, of course, said this would be his last full-time season for at least a good long while. Dalton being held up by the two, though. That's going to allow Mullen to pull away a little bit. That's going to help Mullen pull away a lot as Dalton can't find a way around the two. That's going to allow Riles to get back up to the bumper of the 9. A familiar sight for Dalton, but not in the same position. Craigo still behind the lap car of Nguyen, trying to find a way around the 73. Finally, Vaughn yields to the 9 of Dalton. But will he yield to the 97 of Riles? Not quite yet. Dalton now on the charge, trying to get back to the lead. Carpenter running about mid-pack this race. He won back at Ricky Raceway. In front of him, 3-time winner this season, Ravenhurst. Carpenter going into this race, I believe, the points leader. Spencer not having a great run, as is Zimmerman in 49. Kyle Corbett finally got a top 10 this season, last time around at Montreal. In fact, I believe it was a 4th place finish even. So he got some really good chase points there. Dalton is slowly closing in on that 56 car of Mullen, although he gets a little loose exiting turn 4. That could cost him. Riles now clear of Vaughn, exiting turn 2. The 81 and Tang having a great run. Tang's actually had several great runs in the mid-season portion. Mid-season portion of the season was what I was about to say. I stopped myself from saying something so stupid. Alex Miller also having a great mid-season run. Has a few great runs for the past few races. I believe, maybe, potentially. I have to double check. Paul Bledsoe, of course, dominated back at Nazareth. Merzlak, last week's winner, as well as the winner back at Phoenix, a track similar in length to this one. Dalton now, trying to run down to 56 of Mullen though. John hasn't won a race in a good long while. He was absent last season. In fact, the last season he ran was the Anthem Racing Series 20... was season 4 of the Anthem Racing Series. I believe someone is on pit road too. It is the 4 of Jennifer Legacy. What happened with the 4 of Legacy? We have to find. Oh. Something happened and just crashed into the end of pit road there. But no caution was called for some reason. Alex Miller now trying to get around the 2 of Vaughn. Dalton was reeling in Mullen, but it looks like he got a little loose exiting turn 4 again. No, still having a decent run in 12th. Not having the best of seasons. He was actually on track to potentially dominate Yasmarana before blowing a clutch just past halfway in that race. Dalton now. Oh, shit. Dalton just blew an engine. I can already hear him shouting, "God damn it," on the radio. And he retires due to a piston.
One to go.
I did not mean to click drive. That was a total mistake, but fuck it, I'm throwing a caution. I'll just say oil on the track from both Jesse and the 4. Not better yet, I'll say there's debris from the 4 car that Jesse ran over and punched a hole in his radiator. Or something like that. Actually, that would cause a radiator fail. I don't know. Anyways. Ooh. I'm trying to calculate the fuel mileage, and they're like right on the edge of the window. They're like right at the top edge of the window for the fuel mileage. If anything, unless Mullen or Riles lead basically the rest of this race, Dalton's not going to have that many points. In fact, he's in a 1-point position right now. Literally, he's only earning 1 point, and if he leads the most laps, that's another 5. That'd be 6 points. Man, Jesse does not have any luck this season, does he? I mean, yeah, he won the second race of the season, but... anyways, let's just get through this caution. Mullen, Riles, Tang, Bledsoe. I'm in turn 1. I shouldn't be. Should be in turn 3. There we go. Mullen, Riles, Tang, Paul Bledsoe, Alex Miller with a surprising top 5. The 48 of Lamas, the 29 of Asami, Merzlak, Bledsoe, again, and Krago. They exit turn 4 on the accelerator. Green flag is out. We are racing once again. Mullen with the great jump going through turns 1 and 2 on the restart. The 97 of Riles very slow on the restart. Here comes now the 86 of Miller from 5th to 2nd in 1 lap. Using lessons learned from his father. No, just kidding. Now he's going to get around the lap car of McGuinn. As the lap cars of Takeda and Vaughn battle in front of him. That's not what he wants to see. Riles somehow remains in 3rd in all of this, despite getting a very slow restart. And Mullen just is pulling away. This is not what the rest of the field, or Dalton even, wants to see. Ooh, Riles almost gets into the 86 of Miller. Exiting the corner, will now get to the inside of the 86 through 3 and 4. As I said, though, these guys are like right on the edge of the window. I believe they can make it all the way. Now Riles just needs to get around 2 lapped cars. and run down the 56 of Mullen. Riles now looking to the inside of Vaughn, going into turn 3. Riles can't quite get there. This is going to allow Mullen to pull away. But Paul Bledsoe also right on the back bumper of Riles. These guys, already with wins this season, want to get up there. They want to win again. They want to increase how far up the chase grid they will be after Westgate. Sami also right there. Riles still can't find a way around Vaughn. Meanwhile, Mullen trying to put as much distance between him and the rest of the field as possible, while Riles is stuck behind the 2. And Tang looks like to moved up the track, the 86. Riles waits until literally the end of the straightaway, but now he gets to the inside of the 2. And now clear of Vaughn going into the 3. Here comes Paul Bledsoe in 3rd around the 2. Sami now in 4th. Remember, Ryan Vaughn, 1 lap down. Riles, like a bat out of hell, I think just closed up over half a second on the 56. Now that he's around the 2 of Vaughn. Oh, well, the 56 of Mullen put a little bit of distance on him this time. Sami unable to get around the 2 of Vaughn. And looks like the 83 of Kaiser's back inside the top 10. Still a great run for Kaiser after starting dead last. Now Riles needs to get around Takeda, and then he'll be able to set sail for the 56 of Mullen. I believe the lap count for Dalton was like 40 laps. I think 40. Like literally evenly 40 laps. I think Mullen has led 30 some odd laps. Riles has led a small handful. Riles trying to find a way around the 0-2 Takeda. Onesto is a little bit slow on track, surprisingly. Riles still can't find a way around Takeda. Mullen beginning to pull away once again. Ooh, I just saw Austin Spencer up here. He was outside the top 25 in position. Now he's battling for 14th against Miles Lionheart. So his team has done some great pit stop work. The 88 of Carpenter has had his pit crew get the job done. Langthen's still at the midway point of the pack. Takeda still slowing up the 97 of Riles. Mullen is just pulling away at this point. We're past the three quarters mark of this event. Riles trying to get to the inside. Takeda going through 3 and 4 at the same time that Paul Bledsoe is trying to get to the inside of Riles in the same set of corners. looks like they actually cut the 56 of Mullen that time by. Remember, Mullen, no wins yet this season. His first season back after a one season off. That I said that awkwardly. Anyways, Mullen trying to find victory lane again. Riles trying to find a way around Takeda in order to get victory lane a second time this season. Remember, Riles currently 24th in points. He's not had the best of luck this season. In fact, I think he's actually passed Craigo at this point. And actually might have passed a couple of guys in position. With the exception of Mullen, of course. And Kaiser's actually worked her way up to 8th now. Mullen not actually pulling away, holding steady between 1.6 and 1.7 seconds ahead of the 97 Riles. There'll be 20 to go. Next time by for the 56 of Mullen. I wouldn't necessarily say he's dominated, but he certainly led a good chunk of this race. If anything, the only reason why he's led a good chunk is because you have a lap car holding up the next 3 people in line, in position. Riles right on the back bumper of the O2. Riles actually gained some ground on the 56 of Mullen. Riles still trying to find a way around Takeda though. Riles getting a little loose, getting a little antsy. That's going to put some distance between him and the 56 for the next couple of laps. Ooh. Hero must have had a poor pit stop. He's way back in the field. Craigo now trying to... Actually, Craigo has cracked the top 10. Looks like he's trying to stay in the top 10. 83's up to 6th now. Makes you wonder about Kaiser's car. Kaiser's worked her way up to 6th after starting last in 105 laps. Makes you wonder how many laps she would have led if she was able to get up to the lead and not started as far back. Riles just all over the place right now. He's managed to reel in the 56 of Mullen. Here's the thing. Mullen does not have a strong car. John Mullen probably has a top 5 car, but he doesn't have a top 3 car. The reason he has been out in the top 3, pit strategy, and the fact that you have a lap car holding up 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And speaking of 3rd and 4th, Sami got to the inside of Bledsoe, but got loose. Fucking tripping over my own tongue. So Bledsoe was able to hold off Asami for now. This game really needs like the blue flags that officials use to signify a lap car. Hey, get the fuck out of the way! Mullen is once again pulling away because Takeda is a little bit slower than the 56. Ten laps to go now for the 56 of Mullen. Ooh, Riles made a mistake. That opens up a little bit of breathing room, amazingly enough, for the 02 Takeda. Maybe the 97 Riles has used up his equipment trying to get around the 02 without success, amazingly. Or maybe he's backing off. He's going to try and make it another run at the 02. In fact, the only reason why we have lap cars is because 3 of them decided to pit literally last second because pit road opened as they were still passing it. And then were trapped a lap down because they had slower pit stops than the leaders. And thus we're at the tail... Well, actually, no, they didn't have slower pit stops. They just were at the tail end of the lead lap and then were passed by the faster cars that were on the lead lap. And now for a second, here comes Paul Bledsoe to the inside of Riles. Bledsoe has had enough running behind a lap car. However, Riles able to pull away down the straightaway after Bledsoe gets a little loose. But they're still side by side. That's going to allow Mullen to pull away just a little bit more. It's going to allow Takeda to pull away even. Ooh. Bledsoe with a big slide there. Sami has the check up. That's going to allow Riles to hang on to second place. Can Riles make up 2.5 seconds in 5.5 laps? He's going to have to find some way around Takeda and have rocket boosters on his car to do it. Mullen, off of 4, just now has only 4 laps till he gets his first victory in a long while. Mullen, of course, was the Season 3 Anthem Racing Series champion. I believe that was also the first season we actually had the elimination-style chase format that we have. A little modified from... I mean, obviously, a lot different. Ooh, Mullen pulls away this time by. Riles may have just used up all of his equipment trying to get around Takeda. The 5 of Ernesto being reeled in by Mullen, but won't even be a factor in this. 2 laps to go now for the 56. Riles back to the bumper of Takeda. He might not have had the car, but he's outlasted his opponents who have managed to use up their equipment. White flag for the 56 of Mullen. He can just stay behind Ernesto if he wants. Riles is over 3 seconds behind the 56 now. Into turn 3, Ernesto gets out of the way of the leader. What a drive. Mullen wins at Dover. And let me get the camera into an actual correct position here. There we go. Alright. Mullen, Riles, Bledsoe, Asamakiro, Kaiser, Tang, Edgroth, Spencer, Merzlak, Lamas, Langton, Allen, Bledsoe, Bishop, Ishtar, Craigo falls all the way back to 15th. Here's the rest of the results. Very, very tough luck for Jesse. As apparently the caution has come out. Why the fuck is the caution out? Seriously. Oh. Because fuck all reasons. Oh my goodness. Apparently fuck all reasons is the reason. Is why the caution is out, despite, the race being over, the official standings being on. Anyways. So. Thank you all so much for watching again. And as always, I'll see you at the next race. So long, everybody.